Welcome back to Positive English Journey, the place where we learn English and grow as people, one honest conversation at a time. I'm Daniel, here with Emma, and today we're learning one of the most useful, most human skills in any language, how to tell a story about your past. Because if you can tell a good little story, you can hold any conversation in the world.
Let me ask you something. Someone asks you, "So what did you do this weekend?" And what happens? You freeze. Your mind goes blank, and you say two small, sad words. Nothing special. I know that feeling. For years, that was me. I had stories. I just didn't know how to start them in English. So today, Daniel and I are giving you a shape, a simple shape you can pour any moment into. By the end, you'll never have to say nothing special again.
Emma, I'll tell you when this clicked for me. A few years ago, I was at dinner with some English-speaking friends, and they went around the table telling stories about their week. Funny ones, small ones, nothing huge. And when it got to me, I had so much to say in my head. But in English, all I could do was give facts. On Saturday, I went to the market. It was good. Flat. Like reading a shopping list.
And the table just kind of moves on.
Exactly. Nobody leaned in, and I went home that night a little embarrassed, thinking, I'm not boring. My English is just boring. And that's when I started studying how people actually tell stories. And here's the surprise. It's not about big vocabulary. It's about a shape, a very simple shape.
So let's give people the shape right away, Daniel, because it's the whole episode. A good little story has 3 beats, just 3. 1, you set the scene. 2, you say what happened. 3, you say how you felt, scene, event, feeling. That's it.
Scene, event, feeling. Say it with us once. And the beautiful thing is, each beat has its own simple English tool, so you're not guessing, you know exactly what to reach for.
Let's take them one at a time. Beat 1, set the scene. This is where you tell me when, where, and what was happening. And here's your grammar tool for the scene, was or were, plus an ing word. I was walking. It was raining. We were waiting. We call it the past continuous, but forget the name, just feel it. It paints the picture. It's the background of your photo.
And notice it's not the main event yet. I was walking home. It was getting dark. I was thinking about dinner. Nothing has happened yet. You're just setting the table. You're pulling me into the moment with you.
And here's your first stealable phrase to open a story. So this happened last week. Just that. So this happened last week. I was walking home and it was pouring with rain. See how I'm already in it? Try that opener today. Tell us in the comments. Finish this sentence. So this happened last week. I was. Go on, set your scene.
Okay, beat 2. The event. Something happens. This is the moment your story turns. And your tool here changes. Now it's the past simple, the finished action. It started. I saw. She said. I dropped it. Short, sharp, done.
And there's one magic word that lives right here in beat 2. Suddenly. Oh, I love this word. Suddenly tells your listener, wake up, here comes the good part. I was walking home in the rain when suddenly. And now everybody leans in. So your second stealable phrase is exactly that shape. I was just ing when suddenly the scene, then the surprise.
Let me actually do one start to finish so people hear it. So this happened last week. I was walking to the shop to buy bread. That's it. The most boring errand in the world. It was raining. I had no umbrella. I was annoyed. I was just hurrying along when suddenly a little dog ran out in front of me, completely soaked, and sat right on my feet. Just sat there, looking up at me.
Okay, see, I'm already in it. I want to know what happens. And that's the test of beat 2. Your listener should suddenly want to know, and then what?
And that pull, that's beat 2 doing its job. So before I finish, here's a third phrase you can keep in your pocket. You'll never guess what happened. You say that, and you've promised me something good is coming. It was a normal Tuesday. You'll never guess what happened.
So good. Okay, beat 3. And this is the one most learners skip, and it's the most important. Beat 3 is how you felt, or what you understood. This is where a flat report becomes a real story. And your tools here are feelings words and one lovely tense, the present perfect. I've never laughed so hard. I've never forgotten it. It reaches from the past into right now.
So let me land my dog story. In the end, I picked the little guy up, carried him to the shop, and the owner was inside, frantic, looking for him. And honestly, looking back, that was the best part of my whole week. I went out for bread and ended up coming home with a story. I've never thought of a rainy Tuesday the same way since.
And there it is. In the end, to close, looking back to reflect. 2 more phrases for your pocket. In the end wraps it up. Looking back tells me what it meant to you. Daniel, you just told a complete story. Scene, event, feeling about buying bread. About buying bread.
And that's the whole secret, isn't it? People think they need a dramatic life to have stories. You don't. You just have to realize that the small moment was a story all along. The rain, the dog, the feeling. You had a story and you almost threw it away as nothing special.
Let's say that straight to one person listening right now. You. Yes, you, the one who thinks your life is too ordinary to talk about. The most memorable stories are almost never the big dramatic ones. They're small. A stranger who helped you. A funny thing your kid said. The bus you missed that changed your whole afternoon. Those are the ones people remember. The small, true, warm ones.
So, here's something for you to actually do. Pause this episode in a second and think of one tiny thing that happened to you this week. Not a big thing, a small thing. And run it through the 3 beats in your head. Where were you? What were you doing? That's your scene. What happened? That's your event. How did you feel? That's your ending. You just built a story.
And don't wait until your English is perfect to tell it. That's the trap. You think, I'll tell stories when I'm fluent. No, you become fluent by telling them badly today. A story told in simple, broken English with real feeling beats a perfect grammar sentence with no heart every single time.
I want to come back to that dinner table, the one I told you about, because I went back, same friends, months later, and someone asked about my week, and instead of "it was good," I said, "So, this happened on Thursday. I was sitting on the train when suddenly..." And I watched them lean in. For the first time, they leaned in. Same English level, same small life, just a shape.
Looking back, what changed for you that night?
I realized I was never boring. I'd just been giving people facts instead of moments. And the day I learned to share the moment, English stopped feeling like a test and started feeling like mine.
That gives me chills, honestly. Okay, a quick story for you, the listener. Have you ever frozen when someone asked about your weekend? Tell us in the comments. What's one small thing that happened to you this week? Just set the scene for us. We'll help you find the story inside it.
Because here's where the English skill and the life lesson become the same thing. Learning to tell your story in English isn't only about grammar. It's about deciding your ordinary life is worth sharing. And the moment you believe that, your words come easier because now you actually want to be heard.
Scene, event, feeling. 5 little phrases. One small moment from your week. That's all you need to never say nothing special again. Let's review the words that make it work. Number 1, memorable. Memorable means easy to remember because it mattered to you. We said the most memorable stories are usually the small, warm ones, not the big dramatic ones. What's one memorable little moment from your week? Tell us in the comments.
Number 2, suddenly. Suddenly means quickly and unexpectedly. It's the word that wakes your listener up for the good part. I was walking when suddenly a dog sat on my feet. Try writing one sentence with suddenly below. Surprise us.
Number 3, realize. To realize means to suddenly understand something you didn't see before. Daniel realized he was never boring. He was just giving facts instead of moments. What's something you've realized about your own English lately? Share it with us.
Number 4, end up. To end up somewhere means to arrive at a result you didn't plan. I went out for bread and ended up with a story. Where did one of your days unexpectedly end up this week? Write it below.
Number 5, looking back. Looking back means thinking about the past now, with new feeling. It's the perfect way to end a story. Looking back, it was the best part of my week. Finish this sentence in the comments. Looking back, I'm glad I...
Here's what I want to leave you with. You have been telling yourself your life is too ordinary to talk about. That's not true. It was never true. You go through small, funny, tender, surprising moments every single day. You've just been throwing them away as nothing special. From today, you keep them. You give them a shape. You share them.
Your small stories are worth telling. You don't need an exciting life, and you don't need perfect English. You just need to notice the moment and have the courage to say, "So, this happened to me."
Scene, event, feeling, that's the shape. Carry it with you.
So here's our question for you today. Tell us one small story from your week. Just 3 sentences. Set the scene. Say what happened. Say how you felt. Don't worry about perfect grammar. We want the moment. We'll be reading every single one and we'll reply.
If this helped you, subscribe and stay on the journey with us. Every episode, we learn a little more English and a little more about being human. I'm Daniel.
And I'm Emma. Go tell someone a small story today in English. We'll see you next time on Positive English Journey.